I'm Linda with Life on Summer Hill, and today I am going to be showing you how to decorate your mantle for Christmas, along with a DIY on adding trim from the top of your mantle shelf all the way to the ceiling. And all of this is possible with the help of the Home Depot. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is measure the width of the top of the mantle. So my mantle is 74 inches across the top, plus the extra for the width of the lattice strip. I've only got one nail in the center at the top, so I can easily pull the board out if I need to adjust it. Because I want to put these sides up first before I really secure the top board. So I'm going to measure from the top, the bottom of the top board, all the way down to the baseboard, and for here it's 88 inches. And I'll cut one board 88. So I've cut both of these boards, and I wanted to show you on the back of the board, I write the dimensions so that I know which board goes where. So I've cut them, and I've also lightly sanded them with a real smooth sandpaper, so they'll be ready to paint once they're up. Okay, so this board it's not just gonna be straight, we're gonna miter it on the ends. Now we're gonna turn this 45 all the way around here, and we're gonna cut this piece of wood next. So for the next part, you need to measure from the inside of one lattice strip all the way over to the inside of the other. We're gonna put one strip in the middle, and then we're gonna find the center point of that and put a strip in the middle of the ends. I've cut them, I'm gonna hang them, and I'll show you how I do that. I'm gonna get the level up here, and it is level, so I'm good there. I'm gonna take my nail gun and shoot one nail in the middle and make sure it's level, and it is, up at the top and down at the bottom. So now I'm gonna repeat it on the other board
with my Ryobi brad nailer.
So now I'm gonna caulk all the edges, then we're gonna sand, let it dry, and we'll go to the next part. Whenever I finish using my caulk, I like to put a nail in it. This nail keeps it from getting dry inside this shaft here. So you just slide a nail down in there when you're not using it. One thing I wanted to tell you about this new Behr paint called Dynasty, it is definitely going on thick. It is scuff and mar resistant. This is a great paint for over my mantle because I am constantly putting mirrors up there. I'm constantly putting wreaths, things that might scratch the wall. With it being a white color, that's gonna be great. It's going to help keep that at bay.
After 2 coats of paints, we have the mantle finish.
All the trim work is up, the paint is up, and now it's all ready for some Christmas decorations.
I am using an old mirror from our guest bedroom, but if you're looking for a mirror, I recommend Home Depot online. They have lots to choose from.
So we're gonna sit the mirror over here, about the same distance as the wreath. So it's kind of an image of a farm with sheep on a winter day. So when I style the books up here, I'm gonna style with the pages showing. So I wanna make this page, this cover of this book show on this side, and then the front, not the back binding, but the front pages showing from this direction.
Now let's add brass candlesticks. I picked up these from a vintage store.
So I'm gonna put one over here, and then 2 little ones in this area. If you do not want to put nails in your mantle, I would highly recommend command hooks. But I like to use nails, and it's super easy. I just put a little bit of spackle in the hole at the end of the holidays. I sand it once it's dry, and then I put a little bit of paint on it. You don't even know it's there. Okay, so I'm gonna hook it here. I'll sit this box up here. Place it behind. Oh, one fell off. Oh, my nail fell out. Okay, so once you have your garland up here, you're gonna take this end and you're gonna bend it so that it swags down. So I'm kind of taking each branch and I'm giving it a little more of a natural feeling by moving it around. And once you get down to the bottom, you just want to make sure it just swags across the floor in a beautiful motion. So the idea is that it's coming down and then it just swags across the floor. Next, we are going to add this pewter serving dish I found at a vintage store and make an old-fashioned light out of it. Simply find a lightweight dish and add a candle clip and a candle to make an old-fashioned light. Then attach it to the wall with double-sided permanent tape that I found from Home Depot. Okay, so now we're going to work on decorating the hearth. I like to keep it simple, but add a few layers. So we're going to start with a Christmas tree and a crock. The lantern came from the Home Depot, as well as the holly that I added to my greenery on my table. So if you have a blanket, you just want to take, so you're holding it the long way like this, and you start by just tossing it underneath on one side and then tossing it on the other side.
Our old family star is heavy, so we are attaching it to the top branches with a zip tie. This star has been in the family for many years, but when I was shopping on the Home Depot's website, I came across so many beautiful tree toppers that you could use to start your Christmas family traditions.
This is like an old, really old way they used to light their trees with little candles and clips. So we're adding them onto the tree because it just lends to that vintage look, and it kind of fits our nature theme. Find a branch and you clip it onto the branch, and then once you clip it, you can adjust it so that it's straight up and down. I added some oranges to the tree to repeat the dried oranges that's on the garland and on the wreath. And I strategically placed them in front of the light so that it would help them to stand out and glow. And it really pulled the whole design together. So it's a very simple tree. It's very nature inspired. It's got some vintage ornaments. We've incorporated some new ornaments from the Home Depot, like these white Christmas ball ornaments. We added these old pheasants that they look kind of old, but that was the idea. We wanted some vintage rustic pieces to go, and we're done. We're all finished with the tree. We've added the star. It's a beautiful 7-foot 5-inch tree by the Home Depot, and it goes beautifully with the garland and the wreath, also from the Home Depot.